Well, it's been a while, and it is time to get back into what is going on in Robeson County, North Carolina, specifically with the stories of Megan Morgan and Matthew Oxendine. Now, I'm going to do a few different videos today, and we're going to cover and kind of get into a few different things that I've already touched on, but I really kind of want to get more into them and continue to bring light to the corruption that's going on with the sheriff's department and basically the entire town. Now, I'm going to start with Megan's story because when I kind of got onto this, it was Megan's story that I started with. And before I started with Megan's story, I kind of want to say that I know when to admit when I'm wrong. Originally, when I first heard about Robeson County, it was with the Mica Miller story. And at that point, I was kind of like, I didn't really cover her story. I didn't really cover her case because I heard the 911 call and I was like, okay, well, the woman ended her own life. And with the series of medications and stuff that she was on, she ended her life. She ended her life. I mean, that's just that. And it wasn't really a story I was kind of interested in covering, and I really didn't want to kind of go down that rabbit hole. And I was wrong. I'm not necessarily saying that she didn't end her life. I now have questions. I'm saying that there is a hell of a lot more to that story. And with the amount of corruption that has gone on in that town and that has continued to go on in that town, and I know that a lot of content creators chose to stop covering it because of the cease and desist that they were getting from JP, her husband, which I could give two shits. He's a loser. He's an abuser. I would never have stopped because of any cease and desist. I wouldn't stop now because of cease and desist. Robeson County could come after me. The sheriffs could come after me. JP Miller could come after me. Everybody could come after me. I could care less. Matter of fact, if I was to get a cease and desist, it would just fuel me to speak out even more, because that type of nonsense it amps me up. It fuels me. I say that to say don't even bother. So let's go ahead and get into Megan's story. So you guys just kind of go back and watch some of the previous videos regarding her. This woman had gotten locked up for a child support case and ended up having her life almost taken. She was beaten severely, and nobody was real. They had arrested a couple of the other inmates, but then they ended up arresting her and charging her with abuse, SA. For those who don't know, I can't say it on social media because they end up taking the videos down. Now, with that said, there are guards that are involved, and Robeson County Sheriff's has opted not to investigate their own. How do I know that there are guards involved? So, although Megan has very limited memory, probably it seems that there seems to be some sort of brain injury with the amount of injuries that she's had. Here are some photos of that. There are other inmates who have witnessed it. They've said themselves that there were guards involved. She was able to say that there was at least one guard that had hit her in the head. A couple of the other inmates said that when she was hit in the head, she was taken to the back and came back with staples. That tells me that she was not taken out of the jail and taken to a hospital. They stapled, and you could tell by the way that the staples were done, she was stapled, regular stapled, at the jail. That type of injury, this woman should have been taken to a hospital. She should have had a head scan, CT scan, MRI, whatever, to make sure that she wasn't having some sort of brain bleed or anything else. No, they stapled her and then they brought her back. Then a guard turns around and asks her if she wants any more. Now, you guys remember I had told you that after the mom and a lot of content creators came and brought this out to the public's attention, they ended up rearresting her, charging her with this crime, this SA, and really all she supposedly did was throw her undergarments at another inmate. We have reason to believe that that actually didn't happen because she may not have even been wearing or owned any undergarments. Now, I'm going to show you guys a picture. This is Megan Morgan. This is her booking photo. This photo right here is the image of the warrant. This is the warrant where they came over to the house to arrest her for the assault after her mom came public. Do you guys see what I see? This is Megan. This is the photo they used to arrest her. I'm sorry. Who the hell is that? Because that sure as hell doesn't look like Megan Morgan to me. In my previous video, even her family was like, who the hell is this? This isn't Megan. I'm just curious. How the hell did you guys get a warrant using a photo of somebody else? How did you guys come and arrest Megan at her house with a warrant of somebody else, with somebody else's warrant? Make that shit make sense, because it sure as hell doesn't make sense to me. I also find it really interesting that this family is having such a hard time that there are absolutely no attorneys in Robeson County that are willing to actually go up against the sheriff's department in Robeson County. Are people really that afraid of the sheriff out there? There's got to be somebody. You guys have got to be able to stand up to that man. Hell, I am just one person on social media. I'm not afraid of him. Tell me how you guys are. And yes, I understand there's a lot of these allegations that he's involved in that he is possibly involved in crimes that involve people's lives ending. Again, I have to be careful how these are worded on social media because videos do get taken down. And other really serious crimes. But at the end of the day, you guys are an entire town, an entire county, an entire community that's coming out. Y'all could take this man down. I don't know. I guess it just really angers me when I look at what's happened to this young woman. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to get into Matthew Oxendine's case next because there's some more information on that is going to really piss you guys off. As of right now, zero people in government capacity, guards, sheriffs, anybody, have been questioned, arrested, or anything in Megan's case. It's all been put on other inmates and everything else. Nobody else is being held accountable in Megan's case. And honestly, I don't think anybody's going to. I think this is going to be another one of those stories that, unfortunately, I don't see Megan getting the justice she deserves. And that's unless the people of Robeson County speak out and make this a really, really, really big deal, because social media can only go so far. We can only go so far. So you guys share this, like this, follow along, make the noise, go after the sheriff's department, and let's get Megan Morgan some justice.